What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Nothing but the ghetto truth. Yeah. We got a special topic today. We're going to talk about something special. Talk about the next fight that's anticipated in the UFC, Khamzat versus Colby Covington. Now, me personally, I like this fight. The trash talk is going to be epic. It's going to be crazy. Colby Covington is known for his trash talk. Khamzat is known for, I kill everybody. I smash him. I smash that guy. I smash that man. I smash anybody. You take my candy, I smash him. That type of thing. But listen, I'm seeing that Gilbert Burns fight. Yes, these are two different fighters. But here's the problem. So who I have win this fight? Colby Covington. For the simple fact that he has surprising crack in his hands. He don't got the most powerful hands, but he got the surprise crack. And he has a cardio. We see that Khamzat slows down in fights now. He's not this invincible machine that goes 5 rounds. But possibly he could, because he was throwing power in his punches. You could make an argument for that. But I think that Khamzat is going to fight emotional in that fight, because all the trash talk that Colby have already said and the fight hasn't even started. If Colby takes the fight, I just think that he's just going to do the same thing he did against Gilbert Burns. And if it's a 5-round fight, he definitely can't do that. He's going to have to be more patient in that fight. And I might not favor him, because Colby can press the pace. Khamzat might freak out and not put much power so he doesn't gas out. Because the feeling of gassing out is the worst part of the world. It's worse than getting knocked out, because your body is going through a decline as you're fighting. So I feel like Colby Covington is going to outpoint him. I don't think he's going to knock Khamzat out. We've seen how tough he is. But he can definitely outpoint him, and he might catch him with something to hurt him. Right? Now, if we talk about grappling, that's going to be a hard topic. We know Colby Covington has cardio for 5 rounds that can grapple. Right? But then we got to question his takedown defense. He got taken down by Rafael Dos Anjos. Now, whether it's surprise or not, I don't know. I think Colby Covington could probably take down Khamzat. It's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it, just based on his wrestling background. Especially if he transitioned like he did against Usman to the back, he'd have a better chance of taking him down. Right? That's what I think. But can Khamzat take down Colby Covington? I think he can, but it's not going to be easy. I think that Colby Covington has really good transitioning, especially to the single leg, so if he doesn't get taken down, he can transition and put him to the cage. So I feel like he'll be neutralized. I don't think he's going to be able to Khamzat's going to take him down that easy. No way. But as Khamzat gets tired, Gilbert Burns almost took down Khamzat. So I think that Khamzat is going to have some trouble with Colby Covington if it's a 5-round. Now, I think, honestly, the truth, I think Khamzat loses in a 5-round decision versus Colby Covington. I think the first couple of rounds was the dangerous rounds, because Khamzat might throw some powerful shots. But if you don't land those shots, dude. And Colby Covington got hard. I don't know if I say a chin, but he got hard. Probably a chin too. But I think Khamzat is powerful enough to where he can possibly catch him. So if he does beat Colby Covington, it's going to be by KO or TKO. But I think it's less likely that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a 5-round decision. Colby Covington's going to bring out that cardio and really test this dude. That's what I think. But I'm really excited about the trash talk, because it's going to be crazy. But the weird thing we got to ask too is, what happened to Colby? Where is Colby at? I was expecting him to trash talk after the Gilbert Burns fight versus Khamzat, right? But Colby Covington hasn't said anything. I don't know if it's the image of him calling the cops based on the situation that happened. I don't know what happened, and that's why he just kept quiet. Maybe he's done with the trash talk. Maybe he's tired. I mean, he did lose his fight versus Usman, but he came back and talked trash versus Jorge Masvidal. So I don't know. I think right now, before Colby Covington trash talks, he's trying to figure out what he's trying to do. Is he going to go fight, popular fights, or is he going to go fight, in the welterweight division to the championship? But I think what's going on and why we haven't seen Colby Covington respond is the fact that, listen, man, he lost versus Usman. So the chances of him getting a title fight and going through the whole thing again is devastating. Imagine you worked your whole life to fight for a championship, and you know that each loss holds you back to a certain degree. Even if it's, no matter how good the fight is, the reality is if you lose that fight, you lose it twice, it's going to be harder to make it back there again. It's just going to be insanely hard because you're like, man, I have to go through somebody. I can't just hop right back into a title shot unless you're like Conor McGregor and have that star power. So Colby Covington is thinking, okay, do I take fights that's going to make me money? But here's the problem, though. People don't want to fight him like that. Dustin Poirier don't see that as an exciting fight. Why? Because he knows he's just going to grapple. And let's be honest, that's not a lot of people's fan favorites. It's just grappling. You know what I mean? Oh, if it gets too tough, I get clipped, I'm going to grapple. When I watched Colby Covington's fights, like versus Usman was really exciting. Tyron Woodley was a pretty good one. But that's the thing. When you fight someone that lacks a little bit of the grappling, Jorge Masvidal has good grappling, but it's not great. You know what I mean? He's going to take it that because knowing a person like Jorge Masvidal who got hands and understands basics of wrestling and jiu-jitsu, he's going to try to take him down because that's, his bread and butter. When he fought Usman, no, he was not doing that because he knows he will tire himself out knowing how good Usman is. So you're playing the law of averages. What you're really doing is going, okay, I'm going to fight him standing up because I know I'm going to tire out. For Masvidal, he knows, he's seen something of him, so he was like, okay, I'm just going to mix it up, a little bit of striking and wrestling. Right? So Colby Covington is definitely in a weird bubble where he's not that crazy exciting factor. What does make him exciting is the fact that his trash talk. And people want to see him shut up, right? That's what people pay to see him lose. Or the trash talk. They like the trash talk. I just think that, I don't know, him losing his fights versus Usman, it did kind of degrade his stock because people are like, well, we don't want to see that no more, right? And he knows he got to choose perfectly his fight because if he loses his next fight, you're in those talks like, okay, dude, you lost a title fight. You lost a title fight, dude, twice. Your options are limited. What are you in the UFC for? That's the question that you got to face yourself in the mirror. So he's like, okay, do I make money and try to make money by selling this Dustin Poirier fight or a Nate Diaz fight or whatever? Or do I go back again and fight for a welterweight? Which I think if he fights again in welterweight for a championship instead of just exciting fights, I think he probably needs 2 to 3 more fights. You're going to have to fight contenders, dude. And one reason why I don't like Colby Covington is not the fact that he can't fight, but it's the fact that he doesn't want to make his way back into contentions. He just wanted to, well, I was robbed. Dude, you weren't robbed of the damn title fight. You lost. It's like a delusional mindset of, okay, the real reason why you're doing it, let's be real. You want that money. You want that payday. And you don't want to risk it by fighting other contenders. That's why. But you look at Gilbert Burns. Much respect to this dude. He lost that fight he could probably have waited, but he decided to go for it and fight Khamzat, right? That's a real fighter. You cannot hate Gilbert Burns because that's a real fighter. He said, I want to deserve it. I want to earn it. I don't want to just wait for the title because I'm scared to lose a payday, knowing that if I risk fighting somebody else, even if they're in the top 2, top 3, I don't want to lose that because if I lose that fight, I'm not going to get any money, championship money. So I'm going to wait and see how the division holds out. That's what game a lot of these people are playing. I hate that, man. You don't deserve anything. You got to earn it. If you lost a title shot, you got to go. You got to fight contenders. You cannot just wait out. You can't. You can't do that. It makes you look bad. It makes you look bad, dude. So, I don't know what he's going to decide to do. I think he should fight for welterweight for a title again because no one's going to fight him. He's not entertaining enough to the point of a star. People will like tune into his fights, but he's not star material where people can be, oh my God, I got to see Colby Covington fight. No, he's not that. They might see some press conferences, but okay, I'd like to see his trash talk. But during the fight, it's kind of like, okay, we know what he's going to try to do. So, Colby Covington needs to fight Gilbert Burns. Colby Covington needs to fight Khamzat. I think Dana White should make a deal. You fight at least Khamzat and Gilbert Burns. Title shot. But you got to fight some good people, dude. You cannot just wait. You lost the opportunity to wait now. You can't do that no more. You lost twice to the champion, Usman. You can't do that no more. You can't. You cannot sit there and expect to get a title shot now. You lost that. You got one card to do that, which is after the first Usman fight. Now you can't do that no more. What you got to do now is fight a contender. And what is there for him to lose? Honestly, this Khamzat fight, he might get paid good. If I'm the UFC, I'm like, make that fight happen. Colby, if you beat Khamzat, fight one more person, you get a title shot again. Hands down. At least two. But first, that'll make him money too, because that's a good fight versus Khamzat. And the trash talk, that's going to be a money fight. The second, that'll truly tell if he's, ready to fight Usman again. That's what I would do. Because nobody's going to want to fight him. Nate Diaz is not going to want to fight Colby Covington. Dustin Poirier is a star now. He's not going to want to fight Colby Covington. For what? He's going to try to wrestle him. He's going to get hit and then going to try to wrestle. And no disrespect to wrestling, but that's what he's going to do. When he feels uncomfortable, he goes for wrestling. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. But that's how I see it. He's not marketable. Colby Covington is not marketable like that to take fights like, superstar fights. Like, Conor McGregor would rather fight Usman for the title. Because first of all, it's money. Right? And the accolades. But Colby Covington, there's no reward of fighting him. There's no reward. He's going to wrestle. Usman is most likely going to strike and then mix in the wrestling, but he's going to strike more than Colby Covington. Colby Covington was going straight to the legs, dude. Usman has become more exciting because he strikes and he has the wrestling, but he's been knocking people out and hurting people. That's what I personally think, dude. That's what I personally think. Anyways, yeah. Y'all have a good night.